Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you already subscribed, I hope that you, your loved ones and everyone around you are healthy, safe and in good shape, especially in today's circumstances. So yeah, today's reading is very exciting and highly requested, and it's actually a video request from my dear viewer Mira Wang. So thank you, my dear, for suggesting this video, and this is your suggestion right now in this reading, and we're gonna look at your wedding day. So it's going to be like how are you going to feel, how is your future spouse is going to feel, and then how is the wedding is going to be like in general. And so for that, without further ado, I'll just explain what I'm going to do when I'm going to be doing the reading. I'm going to give you the options like right away, and we have three options with option number 1, number 2, and then number 3. Please, if you feel like you're drawn to one of those options or more than one, you can go directly to your reading by clicking on the timestamps down below. And let's start right away with the first group. So if you have chosen the option number 1 or the card of the universe, welcome guys to your reading. I'm just gonna keep your card in here, and we're gonna start by giving you what we're gonna do right now. So I'm gonna look at how are you going to feel during your wedding day, and then how your future spouse is going to feel. And then we're gonna look at afterwards the wedding, how it's going to be, like if there are any details that the cards are going to be willing to share with us, I'm gonna tell them to you. Okay, so right now let's start with you. Okay, so how are you going to feel during your wedding day? Option number 1, please. How my dear viewer is going to be feeling during their the sun. It can't get any better. So obviously you're going to be very happy, you're going to be over the moon. Yeah, the sun is like the happiest card that you can get out of the tarot cards. Definitely is going to be the most special day in your life. It's going to be I see also with the sun, it might be sunny during your wedding day. It can be like the weather can be very bright and very beautiful. And also I see that it might be a little bit hot also during the day. So let's get some additional cards so that we can get maybe more messages. So five of swords, 5 of pentacles, page of pentacles. So with this right here, with this 5 of I'll start with the one in the middle with the 5 of pentacles. I see that maybe you will feel like there is something that you wanted to happen in your wedding day, but it wasn't really possible. And you can see that there is a little girl in almost a church, so it's almost you at the aisle or something, and then you feel like there is something that is missing. There is a message that I need to tell you. Yeah, there might be some of you maybe that have lost a very dear family member, or maybe people that have lost their dear father, or maybe their like dear mother, and yeah, you're going to be missing them a lot because it's right like in the center of your spread. And I don't see that you're going to be missing them in a bad way, but it's like you're going to be feeling their presence with you. This is what I see mostly. Also with the 5 of swords, I see that yeah, you're going to be looking at things, maybe be a little bit reminiscent, or maybe looking it's like this is the energy of being overwhelmed. This is what I see. Also with the Knave of Pentacles, I see that you're going to be yeah, with the Knave of Pentacles, you're going to be like just trying to keep maybe a facade, or maybe trying not to express yourself totally, or maybe trying to keep things like to keep yourself collected, because I see that you're going to be like right on the extremes. You first of all, you're going to be very happy at your wedding day, but as I have said earlier, you're going to be feeling that there is something that is very important, and there is, that it's missing during your wedding day. This is what I see. Also, we can see in here with the option that you have chosen, which is the universe, and it almost looks like a water, and it's going like that, and it's steered. So lots of emotions that are going to be emerged during that day of your wedding. Let's get some additional cards, and we can see maybe how are you going to be feeling during your wedding day. How are you going to be feeling during your wedding day? One card, please. Okay. All that glitters. And let me tell you what I see mostly out of this card. I see that your wedding day is going to be very beautiful, very glamorous, very sophisticated, and also like it's going to be like the event of the year, the decade, I don't know, but it's going to be a very special day, not only for you, but for all people that are going to be invited to your wedding. And you can see in both all the cards that you have got, there is a lot of gold color, so definitely yeah, you're going to be like having a very luxurious day. So I'm already right now having like information about your wedding day, but this is not the information that I wanted to say to you. What I wanted to tell you is, even if you're going to be having like the dream wedding, or maybe the wedding that every little girl dreams about having, the fact that there is that one person that is not going to be with you during that day is really going to pull like a string in you. But at the same time, you're going to be willing to move forward with this Knave of Pentacles. You're not going to be staying in that energy for long. But this energy, although it's very powerful, because it showed up in almost all the cards, but what I see is that you're going to be feeling that especially when you're going to be going down the aisle, but afterwards it's going to be fine. It's just that, yeah, that moment is going to be a bit yeah. And also with this Five of Swords, what I see, it's not what the card means, but what I see is that maybe the dress that you're going to be choosing, or maybe the suit that you're going to be choosing, depend if you are a woman or a man, it's going to be sexier depending on your culture. So depending on the culture, like some cultures see things that are very sexy, the others not really. So depending on your culture, it can look very sexy, and like everyone is going to be wowed by the aesthetics of the what you're going to be wearing during that day. Okay, so that was your energy. Right now, let's look at your future spouse energy, and how is she or he going to be feeling during that day. So for your future spouse, please, how are they going to be feeling during their wedding? One card, please. The World. Yes. You can almost, yeah, if you are a man and you are looking for a woman, or if you are a woman looking for a man, please flip those energies around. I'm just gonna let you know that this is the feminine energy and this is the masculine energy. So please flip the roles around so that it can fit to your own circumstances. Okay. So what I see in here, it's almost like this woman in here, she looks like she's almost walking down the aisle. You see? all the people are looking at her, like everybody, and she's like out of this world. She's sexy again. She looks sexy, and you can see in here sparkles. It's like a star, and for him he's going to be, or she is going to be looking at you like, yeah, this person that is coming towards me, that I'm going to be committing to be with that person for the rest of my life. This is my world. This is my world. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And I can almost sense it, like there are going to be a lot of feelings and emotions during that day. And please keep in mind, I'm letting you know, this is going to be the most beautiful day of your life. There is absolutely no question about it. And also with this 11 in here, now this is 21, so they're going to be feeling like, you know, with the number 21, it's like two people that are going to merge and become one. This is what they are going to be feeling. They're going to be feeling like this person is going to be completing my whole world. Yeah. So let's see right now some additional energies of your future spouse. How are they going to be feeling? Three of Swords, the Chariot, and the Three of Cups. So again, they're going to be looking at you as they have finally, like they have been fortunate enough to marry their own soulmate. This is a soulmate card. So you can see that there is a man in here, not a man, but a child in here. He's playing in the bathtub and he's having fun. So this is real, and you can see that there is a son in here as well. So you can see that this person in here, they're going to be feeling like a child again, like those little moments that we have when we are children, and those little things that make us extremely happy, fulfilled, and yeah, they're going to be like they're going to be feeling very fortunate because they have at last married their own soulmate. This is not just the person that they have decided to settle with. This is really for them like the best relationship that they can be with another person. And also with this Chariot card, I almost see that they're going to be very impatient to take you after the wedding. This is what I see, like mostly. I see that they're going to be feeling like, yeah, when is this going to end so that I can take my person, my love, my everything, and then we can go maybe on a honeymoon. And definitely we got some messages in here that the wedding is going to be something out of this world, something luxurious. So I can already like imagine that maybe you're going to be also planning some kind of a very high-end like destination for your honeymoon or something. So your future spouse, even like before the wedding like celebration is going to end, he's going to be like expecting a lot and being very impatient so that he can take you away and be alone with you. And with this Three of Swords, yeah, I see that. Let me tell you what I see with this card. I see that there might be like a moment, or maybe you have had like the day before some kind of conversation, and you're going to be putting the things in order between you two. You're going to be making sure that this relationship is going to be legit, that this relationship, no matter what, you're going to be willing to go through the circumstances that they are going to be showed up in your life, and you're going to be vanquishing all the obstacles and vanquishing all the kind of like lessons that you're going to be facing when it comes to you to be in a couple. And what I see, because that there is an old man in here that is signing some kind of a paper, it's also significant like you two getting into a contract, which is like obvious because you're going to be married. But this contract is like the end of I don't want to get emotional. I see that this person, they have been through quite a lot, okay? I don't know, they might have been through some like troubles in their previous relationships, and what they want, this person, they have seen the happiness when it comes to being with you at last. So they're putting this energy behind, and with this signing this divorce, because it says here, I'm just gonna show you so that you can see what I'm seeing. On this card it says divorce. So when it comes to the heartbreak, the pain, all the things that they have been through, yeah, they are departing from that energy, and they say goodbye to all the pain that they have experienced in their lives, because they see that when it comes to being with you, it's, yeah, it's a wish fulfillment. It's a wish fulfillment. Yeah, you are their soulmate. This is what they feel. They feel that you are their soulmate. And it's like you, TikTok, chaos and conflict. Yeah, yeah. Three, yeah, lots of synchronizing. Three again, lots of synchronization in here. So TikTok, the ending of chaos and conflict. Yeah, it's very clear, very obvious. Look at those two cards, they just flew out of the deck, and they said exactly what I was saying. It's like this moment that you two are going to be signing your marriage papers. It's going to be the end of chaos and conflict in this person's life, and you can see in here that there is it's like here this animal, it's actually a zebra, but it has other colors that are not the colors, or like the natural colors of a zebra, and you can see that there like those unnatural colors are starting to come off of that zebra. So definitely they see that at last they're going to be feeling like themselves, and they're going to be like expressing who they truly are with you. Yeah, this is oh, my heart. Let's move on right now to your wedding, and we're gonna see how the wedding is going to be like. How is the wedding going to be like? For option number one, please. How is the wedding going to be like? Victory, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, again the World, and lastly Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, again the end of deception, the end of chaos, the end of sneakiness, of lies, of things that are hurting, things that hurts. This day that you're going to be marrying your future spouse, it's going to be a new beginning for that person, a beginning of victory, a beginning of being victorious, being feeling that they have achieved what they have always wished to achieve. And with this Seven of Cups, it's almost is going to be the beginning of endless options that they are imagining themselves to have with you. So maybe you two can be, as a couple, quite adventurous, quite like experimental. You would want maybe to go on a trip, and in an extended period of time. Also with this World, you might go maybe on travel the world. You might maybe experience something like travel, or like go on the road for like 6 months. It's like, yeah. But now let's talk about the actual wedding. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to the wedding, guys, I see that as well with this Six of Wands, something luxurious. Again, it gives me the same option, like a message, something luxurious, something that people are going to look up to. It's like when people are going to talk about your marriage in the future, they're going to be like, I hope my marriage is going to be as absolutely wonderful as this person's marriage. This is what I see, because people are going to be looking up to the way that you're going to be planning your wedding, or how the wedding is going to be in general. Also with the Seven of Cups, I see that you're going to be planning to do a lot of things in your wedding. So maybe there are going to be something like many things that are going to be special. So I'll just give you an example. So maybe during your first dance, there are going to be maybe some kind of special lighting, or maybe like special it's special decoration, or maybe like something that will fall it's like snowing, or maybe something like that is going to be leaving people in awe. It's like, oh my goodness, what is this? This is what I see. And also with this card, I see that they're going to be like, it's possible that they're going to be like some kind of decoration about snow or snowing, or maybe you're going to be doing some kind of activity like during that day. So maybe they're going to be a special dance that like the best men are going to be performing. Or I see like a lot of animation and also lots of variety. It's like almost I don't know, it's almost like a show, a very like exciting show or something. And also with this world, I see that there are going to be lots of things that are going to be experienced again. Whew. And the world also gives me the indication that maybe if you and your future spouse are not in the same, not living in the same country, maybe you're going to be choosing a third country where you're going to be doing your wedding. But this is just like a specific message that I got from this card. Reputation. Yeah. It's like everyone is going to talk about your wedding, everyone. And you can see that this reputation is right beneath the Six of Wands. So definitely you're going to be looked up to from all your peers and your family, friends, everybody. It's like, wow, something like a very special day, not only for you, but also for the like people that you're going to be inviting. Mask. Yeah, some kind of activity that you're going to be doing, but I see that maybe you're going to be changing your dress, and maybe you will go like when it comes to the reception, maybe you will go with something a little bit having a shocking factor. So maybe not a white dress, maybe a red dress, maybe something that is going to be like shocking for some people. So if like generally people expect the bride to be in a white dress, so maybe you're going to be looking out of the box when it comes to that. But what I see also, it's like your makeup is going to be on point. Okay, makeup, hair, you're going to be looking like wow, wow. Let's get some additional messages and see how your marriage is, like your wedding, not marriage, your wedding is going to be like. Emotional healing. Yeah, lots of emotions again. Yeah, and I see that the speech is going to be something else. So you're going to be like doing a speech with your, like for you, and also your future spouse is going to be like reading a message to you. And I see that also with the Six of Wands, it's like a person that is on a state, like a platform, like and he's giving a speech. So I see that they're going to be maybe reading a love note to you and expressing their feelings and additional messages, please. Ooh, what is that? Trust in divine, the tour. Another one, please. Dream the world into being. So this is a dream wedding, all right? It's very obvious, like all the cards point out to that. Like this is like the yeah, very, very special wedding, and definitely like you don't get invited, like you don't even hear about those kind of weddings all the time. It's definitely going to be extremely special for you and your future spouse, and also for your family, friends, loved ones, everyone that is going to be participating in that day. And with this trust in divine tour, please keep in mind that we have seen like already that you're going to be feeling a little bit down at some point in your wedding day, because you're going to be missing something, or you're going to be wanting something to happen, or yeah, they're going to be some kind of things that you would want them to happen, but it's not going to be possible. But with this card, it's telling you, it's an advice to you, it's telling you to trust in divine detours, because if something didn't happen during your day, maybe you are counting, or maybe on a sister or maybe a brother to come, and they got delayed, or maybe their plane got canceled. They're going to be something like that. So a person that is very dear to you might not be able to show up, at least at the beginning. Maybe they're going to be a little bit late, and it's going to be pulling like a string on you, okay? But what I see overall, it's like it's going to be a very one of a kind of a wedding. So we have Pisces, and it says find your center. Another card, please. Another card. Friday. Let me look at this message and see what it says. What does it say? Where is it? Accomplish something and let go. Yeah, let go of your feelings of being down, of being like something is not going like the way that you wanted it to go, because it's definitely for the best of everyone involved. And then for the other message that this card is giving you, it's telling you to like accomplish something, and it gives me again the indication that this day is going to be definitely an accomplishment to both of you. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a successful wedding. And if I can give you maybe some kind of dates to keep in mind, this 12 is pulling me a lot. So maybe in the month of December, maybe in 12 months, maybe something like that, that is related to 1, to 2, or to 12, okay? So this is what I see for you, for people that have chosen the option number 1. That was a wonderful reading. Please feel free to comment down below so that I can know how the messages resonated with you, and also feel free to suggest videos that I will be doing in the future. I take note of all your suggestions, and I make sure to make them in the available in the channel. And also for private readings, if you feel like doing your own readings with me, you can reach out, and all the information is linked in the info box down below. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye. Alright, so for people who have chosen the option number 2 or this card of the forest, welcome guys to your reading. We're just gonna keep your card in here for a moment so that we can get your cards, and then we can look at we're gonna look at maybe if there is a significance of the image on the card that you have chosen for your option. And I'm gonna start right away by giving you what we're gonna do right now, and we're gonna look at your energy, your future spouse energy during your wedding day, and then afterwards we're gonna move on to the wedding, actual wedding, and see what we're gonna see when it comes to anything that really that the cards are going to give us. Maybe they're going to give us something about like the aesthetics, maybe how the energy is going to be, maybe something about family. I'm keeping it like very open because anything that the messages are going to be giving us, it might be what's most important for you to hear. And now let's start with the energies of your future spouse. Okay, let's start with the energies. Maybe let's start with you. Let's start with you. And how are you going to be feeling during your wedding day? How are you going to be feeling? How are you going to be feeling? How is option number 1 going to be feeling during their wedding day? Oops. How are people that have chosen option 1 are going to be feeling during their wedding day? This one. The Tower. Ooh. Yeah, I already have a message, but yeah, I will give you the message and then we're gonna see the rest of the cards, okay? So the first message that I got, like for people that are still virgins, welcome to your reading. Yeah, you're going to be feeling like there is something that is going, yeah, things are going down, okay? So if you are waiting for your wedding night, or if you are like celibate and waiting like to be having the sex on your first day like of marriage, yeah, this is definitely the message that I am getting. I also see that even if you are not like virgins, it really doesn't matter if you decide you and your future spouse to wait for marriage. Yeah, definitely you're going to be feeling that this particular day is going to be changing your relationship completely. But it can be also in a general term, it can be that you're going to be feeling like, oh, I'm not single anymore, I'm tied down, I'm now going to be getting married and everything is going to be changing. Yeah, lots of feelings that are going to be stirred, and also more than feelings, it's like you're going to be thinking a lot, or maybe how this wedding, how this marriage is going to be changing your life. I almost feel like some like the energy of maybe, because traditionally speaking, when like even in romantic movies that we watch, we always see that the guy is always the one that is very nervous, and that is feeling that, yeah, now I'm not going to be single anymore, and but I see that if you are a man, it's completely like it's somewhat predictable. If you are a woman, yeah, it might also be like your energy. So definitely you're going to be feeling like there is something that is going to be like you're going to be feeling like it's gone by something that is going to be like if you are single, you will not be single anymore. It's going to steer a lot of the thoughts in your mind. You have the 5 of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So with this 5 of Cups in reverse, I see that although you're going to be feeling that way, that you're going to be losing something by getting married, you definitely are going to at least try to look at the like the full part of the cup. You're going to be feeling like, yeah, I am not single anymore, but at the same time, I have met the love of my life. I'm getting married. I'm starting a family. I'm gonna have a stable life. So definitely, you're going to be a little bit like nervous. I see also a lots of nervousness also with this Knight of Swords. Lots of nervousness and going back and forth of your thoughts, lots of thoughts, and coupled with this Ace of Cups, it's like ooh, emotions, feelings, and also thoughts that are going back and forth in your mind. But definitely, you're going to make sure that you're looking at things from a positive perspective, and that you're going to be at least reassured that marriage is something that you actually wanted, and it's the right thing to do. I'm just gonna open the windows, guys, because it's getting hot in here for some reason. Okay. One card, please, for my dear option number 2. How are they going to be feeling during their marriage? Okay. One card, please. The Fates. Yeah. You're going to be feeling like it's some kind of something that is fated to happen. So the marriage that you're going to be having with your future spouse, it's something that is like a natural progression of your relationship. But still, you're going to be feeling a little bit reminiscent of the things that you had, or the things that you're going to be. It's just a feeling, because you feel like you're going to lose something, but it's just a feeling. It's just like your nervousness. It's gonna start like playing with you, but yeah, nothing is going to change. Like the face, you and your future spouse and your partner are going to be with each other, like whether you are married or not. So your marriage is just like it's just like it's going to be a confirmation that you two are actually together in a committed relationship, and you're going to be staying together like as a married couple. But other than that, I see that you're going to be having some thoughts in your mind that are going to be a little bit messing with you. But with this Ace of Cups, I see that, yeah, and also with the Fates, yeah, a lot of love that you're going to be feeling for your future spouse. And it's definitely going to be a reassurance, and it's going to calm you down. Like your feelings that you're going to be having, that, yeah, you're going to be having with your future spouse, are going to be the ones that are going to calm your nerves. And yeah. So let's look at your future spouse. How are they going to be feeling during your marriage? Temperance and the Lovers. Yeah. Yes. So definitely I see that they're going to be trying to calm you down. And also with the Lovers, I see that you're going to be a little bit have some kind of I don't know why I get that, but you're going to be maybe having some kind of a temper. But you can see that there is a man with these two women, and it's like you're going to be representing those two women. It's like you're going to be switching on and off, and definitely, yeah, a lot like at one moment you're going to be extremely loving, and another moment you're going to be, yeah, why is this in here? Why is that? Like you're gonna start like saying that maybe things are not the way that you want them to go. And but this is just your, like, the nervousness, really. Yeah, you're going to be nervous, but they're going to be doing a good job to keep you balanced, and to keep you calm. Okay. Okay, we'll take them all. So what do I see? I'll give you first the cards, and then we're gonna see. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse. Excuse me one moment. Okay. Seven of Wands in reverse. You got the Sun in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. I see for some reason that you two are going to be a little bit mirroring each other. So although your future spouse is not going to show you that they are nervous, they are going to be even more nervous than you. But they are the ones that are going to be trying to calm you down, okay? Also, I see that they might have like an extra gift that they're going to give you. So with this Nine of Pentacles, I see that mostly with the wedding ring. So they're going to be giving you like a beautiful, luxurious wedding ring. And I see that both of you might not have chosen the ring together. So that's why they're having that on their mind on the wedding day. So maybe you're going to discover the wedding ring when they are going to be showing that to you on the aisle. Yeah. And also they're going to be giving you an extra gift, and then with this Two of Wands, it's like they're going to be expecting your reaction. They're going to be like having lots of expectation, maybe even more nervous than you, because maybe you two will be deciding not to reveal the wedding ring to you, and it's gonna add to the nervousness of your future spouse, because they're going to be like in their mind, oh my god, is she going to like the ring? Is it at her taste? How is it? I see that's why maybe they're going to be trying maybe to give you another gift, so just to be sure that you will be happy and that you will like the gift that your future spouse is going to be giving you. But yeah, nervousness, but it's almost in a funny way, because I almost I don't know if you have watched like Friends, which is like an American series. It's almost like that. It's like a nervousness, but it's almost like a funny way. So but you are the one that is going to be like acting out, and a change in the wind. I don't know, it laid like that, so I don't know if it is. I'll just like read it upright because it's an oracle card, and I generally don't read oracle cards in reverse. Okay, a change in the wind. So what I see in here, I see that like your person, again, I see that they might have like a very special additional gift that they are going to give you. So with this zebra in here, and also with this castle that is or maybe I'm not sure how it is called, but I'm gonna show you and then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So you can see in here that there is a platform on the top of this zebra. So when it comes to the gift that your future spouse might be willing to give you, it might be some kind of a surprise trip, or maybe something related to your home, or something related, maybe a car, because I see also transportation. And yeah, it's going definitely to put you on the right energy afterwards, because you're going to be very, very, very happy with the gift that your future spouse is going to be giving you. Yeah, so this is what I see when it comes to both of you, your energies, and we're gonna look at right now the actual wedding and how it is going to be like. So right now, let's look at the actual wedding. How is it going to be like? So when it comes to the reception with the card that you have chosen for your option, it might be like during the night, and it might also be like during the whole night. So I don't know, depending on how marriages are in your culture, or maybe how you'll be deciding for the marriage to be, but it can like take the whole night. Like the celebration might be like until morning, like you're going to be celebrating, dancing and singing like whole night until the sun comes up. Okay, so how is the marriage going to be like for option number 1? Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, sorry, and Six of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups in reverse. Let me just grab something real quick. Okay. So what I see with this Knight of Pentacles, I see that they're going to be maybe a back and forth when it comes to something. So let me see what I see from that. I see I'll start with this one first, and then I can look at the first card. I see with this Two of Pentacles, there might be like an exchange also of gifts. So it might be that you two are going to be having something that you're going to be giving to your future spouse, or maybe also you might have like little gifts for all the guests that are going to be present in your wedding. Also with the Six of Swords, I see that it might be in like a location that is a little bit further from both of you, or maybe some from your family. So you might be doing some kind of traveling, like all the guests might travel to a certain location so that the wedding they can attend the wedding. And with this Knight of Chalices in reverse, or Knight of Cups in reverse, I see mostly that is coming from other people's energy. So there is both of you, and other people are going to be giving you a lot of gifts. And and also with this Page of Cups, you're going to be expressing yourself a lot. So definitely, for when it comes to the general environment in your wedding, I see that there are going to be lots of maybe hugs and love and kissing, and people that are going to be like tearing up, having tears in their eyes, maybe your family, your parents, or they're going to be very happy, and they're going to be expressing that to you, to both of you, a lot. Additional messages, please. Let's take both those two. Visitor and picture. Okay, so for the visitor, again, it gives me the same messages that I have told you about earlier, which is you might be willing to, you might be like a schedule, or maybe planning your wedding at a remote area, or maybe another location than and people like the visitors that are going to be coming to your wedding are going to be to have to travel so that they can attend the wedding. Also with that picture, I see a lot of water that is coming out of this woman's head, and that is poured on the both those people's like cups. I see that you're going to be expressing yourself a lot. You're going to be very expressive to your family and friends, and you definitely are going to appreciate their support, because I see that you're going to be having a lot of emotional support during your wedding day. Okay. Competitiveness. So yeah, it's a funny thing that your future spouse maybe is going to be willing to give you a better gift or maybe a better speech. It's yeah, you definitely are going to be quite a funny couple, to be honest. This is what the cards are showing, like right from the beginning, because I see that you might be planning maybe to have a speech at your wedding reception, and like you're going to be willing maybe to think, yeah, my speech was better, and or maybe my gift was better. They're going to be a funny competition between you two during your wedding day. Communication again with the blue. You can see like so much blue in here. Also with the cards that you have gotten for your auction, there are lots of blue, and definitely lots of communication and feelings, and like expressing your feelings, not just feeling, but mostly expressing yourself to your family, friends, like please let me know in the comment section down below if you're in a culture where like family is very close and you express yourself a lot, or maybe you kiss each other a lot. Please let me know if it's the case. You've got 3 cards. Let's see them. Sometimes life stings. Trust the great mystery. Claim your independence. So what I see with this life, sometimes life stings, I see that you're going to be feeling again that there is something that you are leaving behind. And again, with diversions in here, you know what it means, okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna elaborate on that, okay? And then the second one, which is the whale spirit, it's trust in the great mystery. So we have seen when it comes to your energy that you feel like both of you, or maybe this wedding is actually fated to happen. It's like you are fated to be together, and there is no reason for you or for your for your person to resist this union that you two are going to be having together. And you can see in here that there is a number 64 followed directly by the number 65, which means although things you might be leaving things behind, or maybe there is something that you're going to be leaving behind by getting into this marriage, but please trust in the great mystery, because it is the right thing to do, and you know it. You will know that this marriage, this wedding that you're going to be having with your future spouse, is the right thing to do, and you're going to be having like a great life with your person. Also with this claim your independence, I see that you might, like some of you, or maybe your future spouse, is going to be feeling like this this commitment that they are going to be having in officializing when getting married with you, or with you getting married to them. It's gonna eat out a little bit of your independence, but with this card, it's actually telling you that it's just that you two are going to be like talking so that you can be on the right terms. So definitely marriage has nothing to do with taking away anybody's independence. It all comes to what two people are willing to discuss, and the boundaries that they are willing to set, okay? So please don't feel with this cat spirit, don't feel like this marriage is gonna take something from you. It's actually going to give you a lot. And we have Saturday, and it says, look for joy, stay agile, okay? So please look at the bright side of everything, and I see that at the end of the day, this is what you're going to be feeling. You're going to be feeling like you are like your nervousness and everything like about that, it's just like in your mind, and it's really unnecessary, okay? 2 cards, and you got Pisces and Virgo. Let me see what it says. For Pisces, it says find your center, and with the Virgo, I think it says find like structure or something. Let me just look real quick. Yeah, collect the harvest. So what I see in here, I see that for this is a message that is directly like for you. I see that you might want to recenter yourself and ground yourself, because I see that you're going to be feeling like things are shaking up, but it's just that you need to ground yourself. And it's funny that you have chosen the card of the forest, because the forest is a symbol of grounding, a symbol of the base chakra, a symbol of getting centered. So definitely you are called to feel a little bit more centered. And I see that when the reception is going to start, you're going to be feeling much at ease. You're going to be feeling like a lot more jovial when the party is going to start, and everything is going to be starting to get animated. That at that moment you're going to be feeling much at ease. And with this Virgo card, I see that with the collect the harvest, I see that like the things that are going to be in your mind, they're going to be like evaporated in like within like a couple of moments, like after, especially when you're going to be starting the reception. Like all the planning that you have done for your wedding, all the things that you have done, like I don't know if you are going to be counting on a wedding planner. If not, like all the decoration, like you're going to be praised a lot for your sense of style, your sense of taste. And it's definitely going to be looking in your eyes. You're going to be saying that, yeah, I have worked a lot and I have planned a lot to have the best day possible. And with this 6, you're going to be feeling, yeah, it was a successful day. And you have another 6 in here, which means that, yeah, definitely your wedding day is going to be a successful wedding day, and you're going to be praised. I see a lot of energy from family and loved ones. Okay, so if I can give you maybe a number to keep in mind when it comes to your wedding, I see the number 6. So maybe it's going to happen in the month of June. Also I see 7, so June, July, or maybe number 6 or 7 can be of any significance when it comes to your relationship with your future spouse. It's either you're going to meet them related to those 2 numbers, or maybe your relationship is going to be going to the next level, maybe in June or July, or like something that is related to those 2 numbers. Okay, so yeah, this is what I see for you guys to for people that have chosen option number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment down below, or like for future suggestions that for future videos that you would want me to do in the future. And yeah, for private readings, all information also is linked down below, so feel free to contact me if you feel like you want your own personal reading. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. So for people that have chosen the option number 3 or the card of the painted wall, welcome guys to your reading. We're just gonna keep your card in here for a moment, and we're gonna start by giving you your energy during your wedding day. So how are you going to be feeling during your wedding day? And we're gonna start by this deck and give you a message, or maybe some messages on how are you going to be feeling during your wedding day. So option number 3, please, how are they going to be feeling during their wedding day? Lots of cards, so maybe one card please, so that we can get maybe some the energy that you, like how are you going to be feeling during your wedding day, please. One card please, one card. One card please, one card. Okay, and you've got the Justice card. Yeah, So the justice card is the card of contract. So definitely you're going to be married during that day, your future spouse, and it's definitely going to be yeah, you're going to be keeping that in mind. So maybe there is something like related to the contract that is going to be really like you're going to be signing with your future spouse. So they're going to be maybe some kind of things that you're going to be discussing, or yeah. So for you, everything that is important, it's like to be fair, and that the contract that you're going to be entering in with your future spouse is fair for both parties. And what I see also for this card, I see that you feel like you're getting the justice that you that is well deserved. So let me give you maybe like some messages that can resonate with some people that are watching this option. So I can see that maybe a lot of people in your family or maybe in your friend circle got married a little bit earlier than you, and maybe you were criticized maybe of staying single for longer than what they think people should marry. So maybe your age is a little bit older than the people that are around you, and you feel like you have been criticized a lot when it comes to staying single until you find the right person to marry. But I see that you are feeling a sense of justice when it comes to like your wedding. So definitely what I see that you are feeling like the person that you're going to be marrying, it's worth waiting for, and it's definitely a catch. And not only as perceived by you, but also as perceived by all the people around you. So definitely there is a sense of you getting the well deserves justice. So Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Oh, this is a lot. So we're gonna keep this one, and we're gonna keep this one, yeah. So with this Two of Pentacles, they're going to be an exchange, an equal exchange of material things. And what I see from there, I see that like, let me say that, and then I can continue with the rest of the messages. I see that you are a very independent person, all right? I see that you are you have your things together, everything for you is in order, you have a job, you have like yeah, you are an independent person, and it's very important for you to be on the same ground with your future partner. So even if your future partner is very successful, and I see that, yeah, I see that, like, I have that feeling that your future spouse is going to be very successful, going to be like maybe an entrepreneur, or people are going to be looking up at your person, and it's definitely someone that is desired by many. But for you, you're going to be very particular and making sure that both of you, not only your future spouse, both of you are going to be putting things or maybe contributing when it comes to your wedding. And with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, because upright is the card of the independent woman, the woman that has everything, and she's single. And now she's not single anymore, and her wish is fulfilled. You have the nine of chalices. It's like you have everything, but you are still single and waiting for the right person to be with. Yeah. So this is what I see mostly out of those combination. Of course, I see also that you're going to be feeling very victorious, and yeah, you're going to be like, thank God I have waited. This is what you're going to be feeling. You're going to be like, yeah, I have waited, and now I'm getting my rewards. Yeah, you can see that there is this man in here, and he's giving an award, and he's giving a speech to a whole lot of people, like he's on a podium, and he's feeling victorious, and he have won a lot of things. And yeah, and also you can see that there is a light that is up projecting on that man. So definitely when it comes to all people that are going to be invited, or maybe even people that you know, you're going to be feeling like very victorious, and that you have achieved like quite a lot by marrying that person. Oh, loyal heart. Yeah. So with this loyal heart, I see that it's like you're going to be hitting the jackpot. And I don't say that from a material point of view. I say that when it comes to all the things that you might be needing when it comes to a relationship with that person. I see that first of all, there's going to be a lot of love with that person that you're going to be marrying, okay? So lots of love, lots of compassion. You can see with those two O's, like your soulmate, definitely very high level soulmate. And with this number like 35, I see when it comes to like combining them together is the number 8, which is the number of infinite possibilities. So definitely you're going to be opening a whole new beautiful life that you're going to be sharing with your person. And you can see in here there is a number 8 as well, a number of infinity, abundance. Yeah, this union that you're going to be having with your person is like the beginning of a very successful and stable life that you're going to be sharing with them. So definitely beautiful energies that you're going to be feeling during your wedding day. But now let's move to your future spouse and see how are they going to be feeling. And you've got the Empress. So what I'm just gonna put on a disclaimer. Like I'm gonna talk as if this is a feminine and this is a masculine. Please flip the roles around and fit into what suits you the most, because the energies that I am getting is more like the feminine in this side and then the masculine in this side. So with this number, the Empress, this person is going to be feeling like, let me show you so that you can understand what I'm saying. I'm crowning my queen. I met my queen, and this is the day that I'm crowning my queen. This is what they're going to be feeling. Damn. Wow. Yes. And you can see in here, like it's so funny because you can see in those two images, it's almost like they are mirroring each other. It's like they are going to be looking at you as, it's like the same makeup, also like they are crowned, like there is a woman here with a crown and also a woman in here with a crown. You're going to be feeling the same thing. It's like you're going to be feeling like I'm the Empress now and I'm with my king, with my emperor, and yeah. But I see that you're going to be mirroring each other, and yeah, this is a high level energy. I feel lots of energy coming out of this pile, and it's getting me a little bit dizzy, to be honest. Oh, look at that, the Emperor. Oh, now that's a beautiful reading right here. Yes, I understand. The Wheel. Okay, fourth one. The 7, yeah. Okay. This is very clear. So, they feel like they have met their Empress, they are crowning their Empress, and this is the day where they are going to be making things official so that you can be the divine counterpart and you're going to be on an official union, okay? And they are going to feel like the Emperor. They are the Emperor, okay? So they are the Emperor that is going to be crowning his Empress, and yeah, wow. With this seven of Pentacles in reverse, I see that they're going to be feeling like all their weight. They have also, like, this person. This is a very high level connection that you both are going to be having. Maybe twin flames, because the mirroring is out of this world, okay? yeah, lots of mirroring, because for them as well, they have waited a lot and they feel like the waiting is now over. When they are going to be meeting you, the waiting is over. And also they're going to be feeling like they are on the luckiest time in their life, because right now their fulfillment, their wish is fulfilled, and now they have, it's like this one thing that was missing in their life, this one thing that was missing, now it's entering their life. Now they are having it in their life. And also with this Seven of Swords in reverse, I see that they're going to be feeling at last like all the deceptive people that they have met in the past, all the things that were not serving them in any kind of way, now it's over, now that they have met their like a counterpart. And yeah, lots of mirroring. Poised. Oh, look at that. Poised is, look at this woman in here. She's on this podium and she's like overjoyed. They're going to be so happy and feeling so lucky. I'm really getting high out of this energy, to be honest. Yeah. And with this number 48, again, like the same messages, I see that they're going, like this marriage, which is represented by the number 4. The number 4 is the number of home, of stability, of commitment. So with this number 4, they're going to be feeling like this marriage itself is going to be like a door for infinite possibilities that you two are going to be experiencing together. And we have seen already when it comes to you that this marriage is going to be the door of infinite possibilities. Guys, this is a twin flame relationship. I'm just gonna say it, yeah? I'm just gonna say it. Number 4, yeah? Number 4. What can I say? Yeah, this is a beautiful energy. So definitely I'll collect myself a little bit. And I will say that they are going to be feeling like this is a dream come true. This is like, to sum up what they're going to be feeling. Being with you, celebrating with this number 3, celebrating this day of number 3 again, number 4. Okay, never mind. With this number 3, this celebration that they are going to be having with you to celebrate your union, it's definitely going to be a dream come true for them. So I see also that there is, like, when it comes to this man, he's going to be having everything and more. Okay, everything and more. So definitely lots of abundance, a lot of doors like opening wide open for both of you, not only for them, not only for you, but the only thing that was missing for you and for them is you two together. And this is what is going to be happening during that day. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So now let's see when it comes to your actual marriage, actual wedding, sorry. So how is the wedding going to be like? Any messages that the cards are going to be willing to share with us? We're gonna take them, like anything when it comes maybe to the aesthetics, or maybe energies, maybe people that are going to be there. How is the wedding going to be like? The sun. Oh. Oh, yeah. Knave of Wands. Yeah. Knight of Cups in reverse, and we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So the Sun card, the happy card, the happiest card in the tarot deck. Okay, so what can I say more than that? This day is going to be the happiest day of both your lives, but I see also when it comes to the people that are going to be invited to your wedding, it's going to be like a very happy air, very happy energy that is like moving around, like in all, like all your hearts are going to be like inflamed with joy, with beautiful energy that's going to be shared during that day. With this Two of Pentacles, I see also that you might be exchanging maybe some messages, or maybe some love messages that you're going to be saying to each other. And with this page of wands, I see that your person, he might be a little bit creative and do something out of the blue for you. So when it comes to that message that they are going to be telling you, they might try to be a little bit funny, maybe to do things, or maybe say things that to make you laugh or something like that. And with this Two of Pentacles, I see that they're going to be again this exchange of things. So maybe you're going to be exchanging gifts, or maybe people that are going to be invited in your wedding, they're going to be bringing a lot of gifts so that they can give like valuable gifts to you. And I see also that when it comes to your wedding, you might give like also maybe some small souvenirs, or maybe something for the guests that are going to be present during that day. With this Knight of Cups in reverse, I see that mostly from people that are going to be invited to your wedding, they might be like so expressive. So they might congratulate you, they might hug you, they might give you kisses, they might be overwhelmed by the whole event. And yeah, they're going to be sharing their feelings a lot, and maybe congratulating you like during the whole day. So I see that mostly when it comes to the people that are going to be coming, or maybe the guests in your wedding day. So with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, again this energy of the waiting is over. I keep hearing that like in my mind, the waiting is over. But I see that from this card that the place that you're going to be doing your wedding in, it's almost going to be a little bit upscale, or maybe a very very special I don't know, if you're going to be doing your your wedding, or maybe, what am I saying? I'm not sure. Like many people watch like this reading, and I don't know when it comes to your religion or how the wedding for you is going to be like. But if you are maybe Christian, or maybe if you are like going to be going down the aisle, the a church that you're going to be choosing is a very unique one, and extremely picturesque. Like it's something that is almost coming out of a fairy tale book or something. It's going to be extremely luxurious. But I see that in general, like it doesn't matter if you're going to be doing it in a church, or maybe somewhere else, or maybe even if you are not religious at all. I see that I see that the place, like it gives me like mostly the indication of the place being extremely luxurious. And I can see that already, because your person and both of you are going to be quite let's take those two. You're going to be having like quite like financial abundance, and you're going to be spending like your money and making sure that this day is going to be very special. So new beginning, yeah, you're going to be feeling like there is that sense of new beginning when it comes to your relationship. And with this communication, with this Two of Coins just right at the top of it, I see that again, like the speeches are going to be very very memorable, and you're going to be remembering the speech of your future spouse for the rest of your days. So it might be something very special about that speech. Or maybe someone that is giving a speech, but I mostly see your spouse, but it can be someone else. It's just that the message that I am getting, it's almost mostly about your future spouse. One volcano, yeah, also with this card, and with the number 1, which means new beginnings as well. I see that you're going to be feeling lots of passion. It gives me lots of sexual tension and sexual energy. What I see from here, it's like, yeah, your future spouse, he'll be he like they will have like quite the sense of humor, because I see that they might be teasing you during that day, or giving you that sexy look, or maybe trying to charge you up, and you are like right in the center of people, and people are around you, and you might feel a little bit embarrassed, and might tell them, oh, why are you doing that? Now you're getting me excited. And yeah, they're going to be, if there is some kind of a look, or maybe some kind of it's like a code, a sexual code that both of you are going to be having just between you two. They're going to be triggering you a lot, like sexually during the day. In session. It's like you're giving each other the right, some kind of right. And it gives me again the indication of legal things. So your future spouse might give you something, or maybe gift you something. It can be real estate, it could be maybe a car, it could be like something that is actually conceded or given the right to. So definitely something that is big, not something that is small. So they're going to be giving you something, or giving you some kind of right. So I don't know in which way, but this is the indication that this card is giving me. Time for beginner mind, just next to new beginnings. Yes. Again, guys, I'm telling you, this pile is crazy. Again, the number 48, we have seen that already. It's the number of stability that is giving you infinite possibilities, and we have seen the number 48 again when it comes to your future spouse energy. So definitely the number 48 might be of significance to you, or you might be like, if you have some kind of significance when it comes to the number 48, yeah, it might be important when it comes to both of your, like when it comes to your connection. Be at home. Do I need to say more? You're going to be feeling like you're each other's home. Again, successful, infinite possibilities, and then sing your own song. Yeah, I see. The second indication that this is actually giving me is that maybe you're going to be the music that is going to be playing in your wedding is going to be something special. So maybe you're going to be booking a very special band, or yeah, something that is going to be very special. Or maybe also, because I see that there is this bird with this concession. Oh, I see. So maybe your future spouse is actually going to compose a song for you. Oh, oh wow. Again, what is on the top of this bird? A crown. Yeah. Wow. So maybe what they are trying to give you is actually a song that they are going to be composing to you, and they are going either play it to you or sing it to you. So you have Virgo and you have Leo. With the Virgo, it says collect the harvest, and with the Leo, it says release your strength. So it's like two people that are very strong, that are going to be bam, power couple here, like no question about it. So definitely you're going to be perceived, not only feeling but also perceived by other people as a power couple. And with this collect the harness, I see also with the number 6, it's going to be a very successful wedding, and I hear marriage in general. So your marriage is going to be very, very successful. And by successful, what I mean is that both of you, when you are going to be coming together, coming into union, I see that there are lots of doors. I see that you're already going to be having like abundance and being stable, but when you two are going to be coming together, like the abundance is going to be even multiplied and multiplied like number six times. Yeah. So, and again, number 4, of course. Yeah, and what does it say? What does it say? Draw the balance, be very realistic. So, with this card, what I see is that, and you can see when it comes to your energy at the beginning, we have seen that you have got the Justice card, which is also means balance with the scales. So with this balance card, I see that both of you are going to be willing to put on the effort when it comes to your wedding. Okay, so there's going to be an effort from your part, and there's going to be an effort from your partner's part. Okay, and with this be realistic, I see that you're going to be very concrete. Yeah, it's let me give you an example. So at some point, like, you're going to be having this idea of the things that you would want in your wedding day, or maybe how you want things to be. And at some point, when it comes to your planning, if you feel like things are going out of hand, you're going to be willing to go and seek a wedding planner. Okay, so this is what I see. I see that you're going to be getting help, or maybe seeking help, or delegating. So you're going to be maybe asking people for help, or maybe asking them maybe to give you opinions, or maybe giving you like a hand in some kind of way or form. Okay, so what do I see again? What do I see? I see the number 6 and the number 4 are very important in this reading. So maybe like month of April, month of June, or the number 4 or 6 might be of significance when it comes to both your connection. It's either you're going to be meeting this person if you don't know like the person that you're going to be marrying, or if you know them already, like your relationship is going to ascend to a higher level. Depending on those two numbers, which are the number 4 and number 6. And also I would like to add that maybe one of you is going to be from a Virgo or Leo, or maybe have some kind of characteristics related to both those two astrological signs. So that was a mind-blowing reading, guys. Thank you for letting me do that reading for you and tap into your energy. And please feel free to comment down below and give me maybe some kind of comments on how those messages actually have resonated with you. And again, if you like to maybe have some kind of suggestions for videos or readings that you would want me to do in the future, please leave that in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to subscribe, like, share, and support and encourage the channel, because I appreciate that so very much. And lastly, for private readings, if you want your own personal reading, you can reach out to me, and all the information is linked in the info box down below. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.